like so similar. I can't tell the difference. I'm so bad with names, you know.
I know. I thought that was
I've
fun.
got so many characters, so many names, and some of the names are so similar. And the bad lady is Lilith, and then there was the niece. What's her name again?
Leah.
Yeah, so similar.
I didn't even notice that.
I-
Welcome everyone.
Hi everyone.
Today we have a special video, and today is going to be a Let's Watch video. So the focus of today is I really want to convince you need to play Diablo and also understand the Diablo lore. So what I have in plan is I have found a really interesting video found Dark Lore Dash, and I will have the link available for you guys if you want to have a look at this video. So I convince you need to watch this 19-minute long lore of Diablo story with me. Because when we were playing the open beta, she was really interested in the story of the game. And I was really interested to see how exactly Diablo went from Diablo 1 to Diablo 4. So in this video, make sure you can So in this video, if you guys want, watch with us, and during the video, Yunie may be pausing the video to ask questions, and we can discuss about the lore, of course. And of course, guys, if you want to watch the full video, the links will be available for you as well. So let's get started.
Wait, I've got a question already.
Okay.
Okay, so it sets the complete Diablo timeline.
That's
so
right.
So does that mean this whole video is this clip, they are all extracted from the game, but they just make it into
I haven't seen the whole lore myself. I haven't seen the whole video myself. I only found the video I wanted to watch with you. So Diablo is a game made by a company called Blizzard. There's Diablo 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a very popular game, and 3 different games. Think about in terms of 4 different movies.
Oh, okay.
So we're currently playing the 4th one.
Every game this Diablo 4 is related to the previous games too.
Yeah, but just like, some movies, sometimes they change the timeline a little bit, change a little bit things.
Oh, okay. So this whole timeline is from the whole Diablo 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's right. Yeah. So that's why I thought it's really good to watch together.
Oh, yeah.
Question.
Yeah. Okay.
So once we get to Diablo 4, you can get to see because you played it, right?
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes, yeah?
Wait. I think one more question. But I think you used to say that if people who have never played Diablo 1, 2, 3, they can still play Diablo 4.
That's right. It's not about each of the game's own story is kind of separate by itself as well. So they made it so that you don't have to play the previous game to enjoy the game. But if you want a full story, it's best to watch a video like this. It's like watching a movie, sometimes you watch a recap, right?
Yeah.
This is like the recap for the game. And he's doing a really good job. And yeah, let's have a look.
Okay.
In the beginning, angels and demons fought endlessly in a war known as the Eternal Conflict. Their goal was to hold sway over all creation in the name of chaos and order respectively. At the heart of their war was a powerful artifact known as the World Stone, a reality-altering relic that granted untold power to those who would wield it, yet neither side would hold it in their possession for long. The main stage of the Diablo series will be set in a world named Sanctuary, a world created by the conjoined forces of the high heavens and burning hells to escape from this eternal war. Led by the archangel Inarius and the daughter of hatred, Lilith, in a blasphemous unison, they stole and used the great monolithic crystalline world stone, fragmented from the god Anu, to create their sanctuary in hopes of obtaining peace from the never-ending war of their brethren. The stone would then rest at the heart of the world and remain a source of great power as it was hidden within the mountain region of Arieton Sanctuary. It's here we would see the rise of the first humans in the cosmology of Diablo. Created by the union of angel and demon, these Nephilim would become the predominant peoples of the planet and the center of events throughout the game's timeline. Fearing the growing power of these Nephilim, it was put before Inarius that they should be destroyed to prevent the forces of heaven and hell from finding sanctuary and laying waste to his new paradise, as they had done so many times before across the course of the Eternal Conflict. This decision would not sit well with Inarius, so he went into quiet contemplation to mull over this drastic choice. However, Lilith would not hear of proposed filicide, having need of the power of the Nephilim to fulfill her goal of overthrowing the high heavens and burning hells and being the sole victor of the eternal conflict. And so, in a fit of rage, Lilith took the form of a beast of fang and claw and began to slay every rogue angel and demon who lacked the good sense to return to their respective planes. This action angered Inarius, but as he truly had feelings for Lilith, he vowed he would never kill her, nor could he harm her, and instead chose to banish her to a bleak realm of nothingness called the Void.
Okay, I'm gonna pause for a sec. Oh, it's good, it's got an ad. So, did you kind of understand the start of the story? Just in case it was going a little fast. So, at the start...
I think it went a bit fast, so it would be great if you can explain to me a bit more.
So basically, there's two fictions of two party of people at war. The angels and the demons. They keep fighting, and one day they decide, the queen of the demons and the leader of the angels, they decide to join together and get married or something.
Also, that was the baby that's mixed baby.
Yeah, then they create a place called Sanctuaries, where the humans kind of live, and they created kind of half angel, half demon that become a superhuman. And there's also humans on the place as well. Do let me know if I get it wrong, guys. I'm not great with explaining too. So then, the demon queen kind of did it. She started to kill all the angels and she wants to use the humans that were created to fight her war against the angels. Yeah. And then the angel lord, Inarius, he kind of punished her by banishing her. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so are those mixed demon and angel are good?
Oh, those are usually the main characters of each Diablo. Each Diablo game, you play as the Nepharian, which is a special kind of human being with the power of the demons and angels, and you're very powerful. That's why in the game, you're like, oh, how come I can use magic? You're quite powerful. Okay. And then both sides is kind of fearful of you because you can grow so strong. Yeah. It's the main character in a movie.
Yeah, so are they human as well, or
they usually
half human, half angel, and half demon?
Not sure, actually. I think.
Okay, sorry, I got too many questions.
No, it's okay. What are your questions? So here it was said. Let's see if we can go back. Oh, here. So
Diablo, created by the union of angel and demon, these Nephilim would become the predominant peoples of the planet.
So I think it was said the humans are called Nephilims. They call humans Nephilims, and they were created by angels and demons, kind of half-half. So they're not really half human, but humans are half demon, half angel in the game. So yeah, that's the highlight. So let's keep going.
Okay, so wait, so just now all the things that you told me, they were from the first game, Diablo 1.
I'm actually not sure, but the video here, I think he has so much great knowledge. He's mixing everything together. It's not breaking into a game or two. Yeah. Eventually we'll get to maybe game 1. Right now, just a holistic summary of everything. Okay. Because I haven't really heard of the character Lilith before. Yeah. So she's kind of new to me as well. Until the 4th game. Yeah. It's some movies, they bring a character from nowhere, from the past, and all of a sudden it's fits in the story.
Yeah. So this Lilith is that lady with the horn.
That's right.
Okay, and she only appears in Diablo 4.
I think that's why I saw her. I only played Diablo 2, 3, and 4. I haven't played 1 before.
Okay.
Her to a bleak realm of nothingness called the Void. The power of the Nephilim still proved too great to ignore. So Inarius attuned the World Stone to lessen their power gradually over time, reducing them to powerless humans and robbing the Nephilim of their immortality. Those who rose up against Inarius during this time would suffer under his wrath and be slain. Inarius had gone into hiding not long after leaving the world without leadership or guidance. Mankind would not sit idly by, and as tribes formed, civilizations rose across the world, forming their own governments and organizations. And man would eventually seek to restore their own power, developing the various forms of magic we see throughout history. One such form of magic, the power of conjuring spirits, was developed by the Vajeri, the spirit clan of mages. One mage, Jerry Harash, would conjure a spirit in a particularly dark mood and attract the soul of a demon from the burning hells by accident. Realizing what he'd conjured too late, he banished the spirit back, but that demon would reveal to the prime evils the location and existence of Sanctuary. The prime evils would then set a foothold on Sanctuary, realizing humanity could be used as a viable weapon, and established their own Temple of the Triune. In response, Inarius, desperate, returned from hiding and founded the Cathedral of Light to counter the influences of the Triune on humanity, and thus began the battle for the soul of mankind, known as the Sin War. During this time...
Okay, I'll pause a little bit, yeah? So, did you see exactly, did you kind of understand what happened? So after banishing Lilith, the demon queen, Inarius, which is the leader of the angels, he realized like humans are quite strong, because they're kind of half-half. He eventually made them weaker, so they're not immortals anymore, they stop having powers.
Yeah.
But then he just left them there, he just went away, right? And then the humans...
Wait, so the person who weakened the power of those, what is it called?
Nefarians?
Yeah. So he's like the leader of angels.
He's like one of the archangel, like a high angel.
Right. But then why do he has to
He's scared of them because they're very powerful and they can kill them too.
Okay, but is it relating to this Lilith?
Yeah, Lilith and him, they created the humans and they created a ground, peaceful place called Sanctuary for the humans to live in.
Yeah.
But after that, he kind of realized they're too powerful.
Yeah.
And they scare him.
Okay.
And Lilith will actually use them against him, right?
Oh.
So after he banished her, he got to deal with him.
Oh, okay.
In case they rebel against him.
Okay, yeah.
But after he made them so weak, he just left.
Okay.
And then the humans themselves kind of discover magic and they start doing their own thing. They're like kind of ants in a colony. And then they summon the demon. Lilith is just one of the strong demons in the demon world. And other demons notice this place exists. They're like, oh, this place is really good. Let's try to fight for it. And Inarius came back. He's like, no, that's my place. So they started fighting again.
Lilith found a way back into the world from the void and began attempting to rebuild her army of Nephilim, weaving her influences on a farmer by the name of Uldysian Uldiomed, while in the guise of a young human woman, along with his brother Mendeln and two of his friends, Achilleos and Serenthia. The crew would rally the people of southern Kyrgyzstan, forming an army of powered Nephilim known as the Edirim, and take on the Triune and the Cathedral of Light in tandem. It wouldn't take long before Lilith's manipulations were revealed and defeated as well, as she was banished for a second time to the Void by Inarius, before Inarius himself was defeated in combat by the farmer Uldysian. The damage was done, and Sanctuary was now in plain view of both the high heavens and burning hells as a new battleground. However, in a joint decision by the Angiras Council of the High Heavens and Mephisto of the Burning Hells, Sanctuary was decidedly left alone and not destroyed as so many other worlds had been before, and they instead opted to stay out of humanity's way, but also watch them from a distance, but at a price. Inarius was promptly gifted by the high heavens to Mephisto as a peace offering, and for his transgressions, he was tormented in the realm of hatred for the next 3,000 years.
Okay, I'll pause a little bit. So, I'll just quickly give you a summary,
Yeah.
So, basically, you know how, like, Inarius left the humans to themselves after making them so weak, like, more, like, weak humans, right? And then the humans kind of summoned the demon, and all the demon lords discover this place. So they build a temple they want to fight for. And angels decided they want to fight for it too. They build a temple of light. They start fighting. And Lilith, who was banished by Inarius, she came out of the prison. It's like, then she worked with the humans and conspired against both of them and attacked both of the side. And both of them discovered that she got imprisoned again.
Right.
And then, as the demon and the angels fought, Inarius is only one of the angel lord, right? Eventually, the demons and angels, they come to peaceful terms.
Yeah.
They decide to leave the human world alone, not destroy it, because they keep destroying all the worlds as they fight.
Yeah.
But the prize was Inarius, who is the one that created this world,
Yeah.
is betrayed by the angels sent to the demons as a peace offering.
Yeah.
So the demons tortured him.
Okay. Wait, and Naris is that
He's
angel.
one of the archangels, the one of the
the
leading
one
angels.
that weakened
The humans.
humans too.
He and Lilith is the one that created this human ground. But there's other big angels and big demons.
Yeah.
Initially, they didn't know about this.
Okay.
Now they do, and they
Okay.
want their toy.
Okay. Wait. So one more question. So so are angels good, or they are actually not that good?
The angels and the demons in the game, usually angels are a little more like holy and more like righteous, but they're not good. They have their own intentions. They see things their way.
Okay.
But the demons are usually bad. There's no good demons.
Okay.
So both sides are not good for humans.
Okay. So human has to fight for their own good.
Yeah, usually the humans side with angels, because siding with demons is never good for them.
Okay.
But sometimes they fight for angels too. Sometimes it's in Diablo 3, there's a little thing. Then there's one angel that decides to kill all the humans, and the humans have to fight against him.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, because the angels, they're not there to serve humans. They're basically aliens, two different aliens. They just called angels because they're like more holy, right?
Right.
Yeah. No, do let me know if I get it wrong, guys.
And at the culmination of the battle, Uldyssian had sacrificed himself, lending his own essence to the whole of Sanctuary, sending both the armies of heaven and hell back to their respective planes.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say. So
And the world
what we ended is like, I think the one of the humans so powerful enough, he's like pushing both of the angels and demons back. So I'll quickly go back a little bit.
next 3,000 years. And at the culmination of the battle, Uldyssian had sacrificed himself, lending his own essence to the whole of Sanctuary.
This is the guy that worked with Lilith to try to push both demons and angels back. And he sacrificed himself, kind of pushed them back.
So is he good?
I don't know. Everyone's got their own intentions, is he? No one's good.
Okay.
Sending both the armies of heaven and hell back to their respective planes. And the World Stone was then reattuned, limiting the power of the Nephilim. Now leaderless, after the fall of the Temple of Triune and Cathedral of Light, the Mage clans assumed control of the political landscape of Sanctuary. The most powerful, the Vigerai, would hold the greatest influence, but internal strife would cause the delicate balance of power to collapse. Two brothers, Bartok and Horizon of the Vigerai, would struggle for control. Not learning the lesson with summoning of demons, the two waged a bloody war against each other, arguing over how to utilize demons to their advantage, causing immense devastation across the world and losing faith in the mage clans by the people of Sanctuary. It's at this time the mage clans became reviled in the people's eyes, and religion would move in to take its place, and an ascetic priest by the name of Akarat would found the religion of the Zakarum, becoming the dominant political power across the land, setting up footholds across all the world, from Kurast, the center of power, to Westmarch in the far western lands of Kandorus.
So just a quick summary. Initially there was a farmer that was given powered by Lilith to kind of fight back the demons and angels, and still kind of like come to agreement to not destroy Sanctuary. He sacrificed himself and pushed both sides back. And then no one was interfering with Sanctuary, right? But they also decided to weaken Sanctuary's power, like the growth of humans. The humans become weaker and weaker. They slowly forgot what happened to the war. And then there's human mages. They kind of ruled humans and they become the government, right? But the mages kind of fought within themselves and they start summoning demons again, and people realize they're bad people. So then a religion came. So now the religion kind of rules most of the land of Sanctuary. Yeah.
The failure of the prime evils during the Sin War would spark a civil war in the burning hells, ultimately ending in the exile of the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal and Diablo, to Sanctuary, thanks to the combined forces of the lesser evils, where they were hunted and imprisoned by a group of mages, a clandestine group known as the Herodrum, that was formed surreptitiously by the Archangel Tyrael as to not break the High Heaven's former pact to stay off Sanctuary. These Herodric hunts resulted in the primes being held in specially attuned Worldstone shards, known as Soul Stones. One was safeguarded by the Zakarum and Kurast. One was sealed in the chest of the leader of the Herodrum, Tal Rasha, deep in the sands of Aranok. And the last was buried within a labyrinth built into the hills of Kandorus, which would later become known as Tristram. The influence of the primevals was too much for the stones to contain, however.
Okay, we're gonna pause quickly here.
Okay, I think in here, there were like, is it like 3 stones?
So
Like magical stones or something,
yeah,
right?
so remember there's a war between angels and demons.
Yeah.
The demons kind of didn't win, right? They kind of lost, and the people of the demon were not happy. The primevals are like the leader of the demons. There are few of them, but the people kind of rebelled against them. So they imprisoned them and pushed them away into Centauri. So they actually put them into the human place. They got kind of exiled, and the angels also built a bunch of people to hunt them down.
Yeah.
So within the mortal world, the strongest demon lords were hunted down, and they were locked into storms, into different storms,
Oh, okay.
and also the storms we saw.
Right.
Mephisto would
In different Diablo game, you have to open up the stone?
Oh no!
Not really.
Most of the Diablo games, you just came out of storm and start killing people, and you try to kill them. Sometimes
Okay.
they all come out.
Okay.
That's why the game's called Diablo, because the demon lord was sent to the mortal world,
Yeah.
and they were kind of tormenting humans.
Okay. Right.
begin to seep out his hatred throughout the Zakarim church, taking over the head of the order, Sankakur.
Oh yeah, they tried to lock the demons in the stones. It was a terrible idea. So eventually things went bad. Yeah, so here.
Much for the stones to contain, however. And Mephisto would begin to seep out his hatred throughout the Zakarim church, taking over the head of the order, Sankakur, after their former leader, Kaleem, would not yield to evil's influence. His will just being too great. Mephisto counted on the events leading to the current state of being and set in motion his plan to free his brothers and once again use Sanctuary as a staging point to grow the power of the burning hells. He would then send the great adherent Leoric and his Archbishop Lazarus to Kandorus to find his seat of power in Tristram and free his brother as the new king, with the ultimate goal of the now corrupted Lazarus unearthing the Crimson Soulstone, holding the youngest of the primevals, Diablo's soul. This brings us then to the events of Diablo 1. Tristram, with Leoric as their king, would flourish for a time, but quickly descend into destitution. Lazarus found Diablo's prison, and after failing to utilize Leoric as the demon's host, turned his youngest son, Ulbricht. The disappearance of Ulbricht would drive the king mad, slaughtering the citizens of Tristram out of suspicion, until his own knights would slay him, but not before he muttered a curse that would bind them to him even in undeath as the Skeleton King. Soon after,
Okay, quick pause here. So I know pausing a lot, but hopefully it's okay for you guys too. So I want you need to understand this fully, right? So remember the demon lords were kind of imprisoned in Sanctuary and in terms of storms, right?
Yeah.
And they were placed in different stones, which was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because one of the stones were placed I think, within the church of, like the church, and he eventually controlled basically the church, and he wanted to free all other demons. So he came to the guy called Leoric. He said, you go be a king of this land.
Yeah.
The purpose is to free my other brothers. So the king Leoric is the human king that eventually kind of made a kingdom out of it. But then he went crazy. So that kingdom eventually become like dead people and zombies.
Oh.
Yeah.
But how? Like, is that human? He got like some superpower or something?
Yeah, he was corrupted by the demon.
Okay, right.
three heroes would come to Tristram's aid. Morena of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye, Jazrith of the Vigerai, and Aidan, the eldest son of Leoric, and they would liberate the town from the evil influence of Leoric and Lazarus. But Lazarus's work was complete, and Diablo had found its new host in the young Ulbricht. After a grueling fight with the beast on the outskirts of hell, Aidan, the warrior, realizing Diablo would once again escape, mistakenly took the soulstone into his own body to seal the demon. But this act would not stop the plans of Mephisto, for the all-consuming influence of the primevals would snuff out the light and leave only darkness in its wake. After a time of recovery and celebration, Aidan, Morena, and Jazrith would leave from Tristram, but the burning hells would follow in their wake. Demons and undead ravaged the town of Tristram and spread throughout the land. In Diablo 2, 5 heroes, including Cassia the Amazon, Zul the Necromancer, and Ascendra the Sorceress, along with a yet unnamed barbarian and paladin, would arise to answer this new surge of evil. Aiden, now possessed by Diablo, had set out across the land, heading east towards Kurast, and...
Okay, quick pause here.
Yeah.
So, remember I said the king went mad and killed all his people and he went crazy and became like a skeleton king?
Yeah.
And then 3 heroes came to stop him.
Yeah.
Initially, the demon wanted the king to free one of the demon lord called Diablo. This is why the game was called Diablo, because the first game is about stopping him summoning Diablo. Eventually, the 3 heroes defeated the skeleton king, Leroy, but they still have the prison stone, right? One of the heroes took the stone into his own body to lock it. But then, as you know in stories, the stone corrupted the hero. Now he is like under the influence of the demons. And now it's the second game where more heroes are coming to try to solve this problem.
Okay.
and having corrupted Morena, now the dreaded Bloodraven enlisted the aid of the lesser evils Andariel and her twin brother Juriel, who'd been summoned to Sanctuary from the burning hells by a summoning that Morena was coerced into. These 2 lesser evils acted to slow the heroes from catching up with this new dark wanderer and his quest to free his imprisoned brother Bale, whose location was hidden by lost Herodric knowledge, which the party uncovers in Horizon's arcane sanctuary, now inhabited by a newly corrupted Jazreth, the Summoner. The heroes would then locate the prison of the demon Bale with the aid of Tristram's town scholar and last of the Herodrim, Deckard Cain, rescued from the ruins of Tristram, but it's too late. Now freed, Bale and Diablo steal across the Twin Seas to Kurast and soon join together with their brother Mephisto, who opens a portal to the burning hells for Diablo and sends Bale to gather himself and rally his forces to launch an assault against Ariat and corrupt the coveted World Stone, while Mephisto holds off the heroes in the depths of the Travancore Temple. Diablo is then pursued into hell by the heroes, and with the aid of the Archangel Tyrael, he is defeated, and his and Mephisto's soul stones were destroyed at the Great Hellforge, presumably ending the 2 evils for good. The heroes then follow after Bale. Joined by a druid of Skosglen and an assassin of the Vizjaktar, the heroes confront Bale within the Worldstone Keep, who has laid waste to the barbarian homeland. But Bale has completed Mephisto's plan, corrupting the Great Stone with a shard of his own Soul Stone. Even with the destruction of Bale, it's too late to reverse the damage, and in a last-ditch effort, Tyrael destroys the Worldstone, scattering its shards across Sanctuary.
So, just a quick summary. Diablo 2 was said to be one of the best action RPG game of its time, and even till now a lot of people love it.
Yeah.
When I was little, I didn't get to play it until I had a computer, right?
Yeah.
It was really good and fun. So a lot of our friends also played it.
Yeah.
And so what you saw is there's the demons. There's a lot of demons. Baal, Mephisto, Diablo. They're the strongest demons in hell. So in Diablo 2, you actually get to fight a lot of demons. Initially Diablo, then the next one, also the next one. And eventually they defeated all of them. But by the time they defeated all of them, one thing to highlight is, I think the last demon actually corrupted the World Stone. So remember at the start, Lilith and also Anaris, they made a World Stone.
Yeah.
And this is the stone that created this whole world for humans.
Right.
And he corrupted this stone. The angels can use this stone to make the humans stronger or weaker, because this stone kind of controls the power of the humans in the world. And in Diablo 2, eventually, they were forced to destroy the stone because it was corrupted. And that stone gets shattered across the world.
Okay, wait, can I ask one question? So, in every game, like Diablo 1, Diablo 2, when you finish the game, it's always not a good ending. There's another challenge that's happening.
You know, it's like a movie. They leave a little suspense to you.
Yeah.
That something might go wrong in the future. And the next game kind of reveals how it went wrong. And then builds up the story.
Okay, so at the end of the game, usually at the end of the game, you don't feel like, oh, there's still another challenge. There's still another
yeah, at the end of the game,
issue.
you feel like it's sorted, but there's like hidden things that could go wrong.
Okay.
So at the second game, they killed and imprisoned demons. They broke most of their storms, which they live in. But the last one kind of corrupted the world storm, so one of the archangels had to destroy the World Stone, which is not a great ending, right?
Tyrael destroys the World Stone, scattering its shards across Sanctuary. In Diablo Immortal, Diablo's minion Skarn begins collecting shards of the World Stone for the burning hells to resurrect the Lord of Terror. But with the aid of the Archangel Gilnira, these efforts fail, and the heroes stop the resurrection of Diablo. To hear more of this story, donate $24.99 to the channel. I'm joking.
This is pretty funny because Diablo 1, Diablo 2 is like really popular.
Yeah.
And then the company that made Diablo Immortal, which is known for like money grabbing, like they want all your money.
Yeah.
The YouTuber here is like, to hear more of this story, give me some money too. Because it's like the theme of Diablo Immortal. Everything you do in the game asks for money.
Yeah.
It's like a mobile game. I didn't play that game too.
Okay.
It's just joking. It was like really funny.
To hear more of this story, donate $24.99 to the channel. I'm joking. Moving on. 20 years pass between Diablo 2 and 3, with very little happening in between. But then Tyrael, who was thought dead, is resurrected after he was destroyed in the blast of the Worldstone's destruction, forsaking his angelic mantle, and is sent plummeting to Sanctuary, where he plays his part in the event of the End of Days prophecy. Deckard Cain and his adopted niece Leah, with the aid of another band of heroes, a barbarian, a wizard, a witch doctor, a monk and a demon hunter, all canonically yet unnamed, save for some lesser connections to the short stories that may be cemented lore-wise in D4, uncover a plot of another lesser evil, Belial, who has sent his minion Magda and her coven to obtain the fallen star for himself. After killing Cain, an enraged Leah unleashes a terrific torrent of power, revealing a hidden gift within.
Okay, I'm gonna pause here for a bit.
Yeah.
It was so funny with this is the payment. So here we're going to Diablo 3. This is a game I actually played a lot back when I was at university. So Dr. Cain is said to be a very wise man. In Diablo 2, everyone liked him. In Diablo 3, in the story, they killed Dr. Cain. Everyone was not happy.
So who is he again?
So he's the old man that is here.
This guy.
Yeah, he's like really popular. He's got some really good lines. He's like, stay a while and listen. He's got some really good lines. And people are not happy that they killed him. And here in Diablo 3, the story kind of mixed up a little bit. So usually the story kind of follows Dr. Cain, who's like the narrator of the story. Now he's dead, you kind of like work with his niece, who got really angry after they killed his, uncle.
A coven to obtain the fallen star for himself. After killing Cain, an enraged Leah unleashes a terrific torrent of power, revealing a hidden gift within. After the heroes save Tyrael from Magda and restore, in part, his angelic power, they set out across the lands to stop Belial and the final lesser evil, Azmodan, who has mounted an assault from the crater of Ariat, all while learning more about Leah's growing power. They find and rescue the witch Adria, who is revealed to be Leah's mother and mentors in her growth. They also resurrect the slain Herodric mage Zoltan Kuhl, who constructed another soul stone capable of holding the souls of all 7 great evils. He also reveals to the heroes of their long dormant power and sets them on the path to awakening it. With the Black Soul Stone, the heroes capture the essence of Belial and Azmodan. Yet, strangely, the essences of the other 5 slain evils reside within already. Strangely, that is, until Adria reveals that she altered the stone and bound the evil's essence to it, drawing them in during a time of their demise. But the Soul Stone was complete without a host. However, one perfect candidate exists. Leah, the daughter of Adria and Prince Aiden, after he imprisoned Diablo within himself, joins with the Soul Stone, and now in possession of all 7 evils, becomes the prime evil, the living incarnation of Tathamet, the great 7-headed dragon that became the Burning Hells. Now powerful enough to mount an assault against the high heavens, Diablo routs the forces of heaven and nearly succeeds in destroying the Crystal Arch.
Okay, I'm gonna pause here a little bit. So remember there was an angel that destroyed the World Stone on the second game at the end? His name's Tyrael. He kind of liked the humans and he really wanted to help the humans.
Yeah.
And then the council of angels were not happy with him. So they banished him.
Why would he destroy the stone?
Because if they don't, the corruption will destroy the world.
Okay.
I think so. So they banished him into the mortal land. He became immortal.
Yeah.
And he was at the third game. He was kind of helping everyone. Remember the niece of Dr. King, the old guy's niece?
Yeah.
She was really sad they killed his uncle, and she kind of screamed with superpower.
Yeah.
It's that kind of hint. And you eventually discover her mother, which is like a witch, like not a good one too. And then the story takes you to like kind of imprison all the demons in this storm. And as you imprison them, like things kind of doesn't seem right. Eventually you imprison all the demons, but it was the mother's plan to use her daughter as the vessel for the new demon lord. So the mother turned the daughter into the demon. And the nice girl you saw earlier, she became the demon.
Yeah.
So here you see that she actually became this demon. So,
Okay.
so
Right.
then she got darker, right?
Stone.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah, she actually became demon. The demon lord, Diablo.
Yeah. So the mother is actually bad.
She's like a demon worshipper.
Then why would she marry to the good guy, right?
No, she didn't marry to the good guy. He married her to the guy who was possessed by demons, so she can have a child for the demon.
Oh yeah, because it was his niece. Okay, yeah.
incarnation of Tathamet, the great seven-headed dragon that became the Burning Hells. Now powerful enough to mount an assault against the high heavens, Diablo routs the forces of heaven and nearly succeeds in destroying the Crystal Arch, before an awakened Nephilim, the heroes of Diablo 3, travelled with Leah, stops Diablo at the pinnacle of heaven. For a time after, all is quiet, save for a small coup involving Tyrael absconding from heaven with the Black Soul Stone to prevent its corruptive influences from doing any more damage to the high heaven. But one other angel desires its power also. Malthael, the once Archangel of Wisdom, now Angel of Death, takes the stone from Tyrael and launches a campaign to destroy the population of Sanctuary and the Burning Hells as
Yeah, that's the angel I said. He went crazy. He wanted to use the stone that stole all the demon lord and its power to kill all the humans, all the demons. So this angel is initially the angel of wisdom. He became the angel of death.
he deems the humans of Sanctuary, being part demon, evil. Malthael nearly succeeds if not for the intervention of the same awakened Nephilim, which we, the hero, control. This is even after Malthael absorbs the souls of the 7 evils trapped in the Black Soul Stone, which are released upon his death. It's also during this time that a Crusader and Necromancer join the ranks of the heroes. But who ends up being the canonical hero of Diablo 3 and Reaper of Souls is yet to be revealed. Perhaps we shall see in Diablo 4. This takes us to the upcoming addition to...
So Diablo 3 had some expansions. One of the expansion was the Reaper of Souls. Basically, an angel went rogue and stole the stone that stole all the power of the demons. And after using that to his power, the hero still defeated him, right?
Yeah.
But that also released all the 7 demons again. Because they were in prison, but this angel kind of put them inside himself.
Yeah.
And by killing him, the demons were freed again.
So this goes to Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not 100% sure how far it goes with the story though, because the game's not released.
Yeah.
But this is some speculations with the lore, which is nice.
to the timeline with Diablo 4. Please forgive the extremely abridged account of events. I want to fit in as much as I could into one timeline recap. The full story is much more nuanced, obviously, and I invite you to view the story in full, found in the play section of this channel, which will be fleshed out further when the game comes out. What we do currently know about Diablo 4 is Lilith has returned yet again, released by the machinations of a enigmatic pale summoner known as Elias, and has begun to spread her influences around Sanctuary and the Burning Hells. Inarius, curiously, has also returned, but by whose hand yet is unknown, and we will see in time. And what of the fates of the 7 great evils? We've seen Andariel and Juriel in gameplay teasers, but no hints as to the whereabouts of Diablo, Mephisto, Baal, Belial, and Asmodan, save for Lilith's cult holding Diablo's skull in a flash. What we do know is 5 heroes have joined the fight this time, with the Barbarian, Sorcerer, Necromancer, Druid and Rogue classes making up the first installment of playable heroes. Who knows how their stories will unfold, and how your choices will influence them, but we hope to see you in Sanctuary in June to find out.
I don't know if you would have chosen to stand beside me in this new world, Rathma. But I would have saved your place, just the same. And now, all that you might have been has been stolen from me. Stolen.
Who was that girl?
This lady?
No, I know this lady.
Rama, I think he's like a guy. He's like the first kind of human necromancer that supported Lilith. I think it's her son as well. Not sure exactly.
Okay.
But really close to her.
Yeah.
This key unlocks more than the doors of hell. It unlocks our path to the future. A future made possible because of the price you paid. Your sacrifice will not have been in vain. Future made possible.
Not bad. So just to finish off, so just a quick summary. Remember at the start, Lilith and Anaris are the one that created the world for humans, Century, and then they created the world storm when everything was peaceful. And then the other demons and angels, they start fighting about it, and both of them got imprisoned and got tortured. So both of them are back now, with all the 7 demon lord also released from the last one. So that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
So all the main people from all the previous parts are coming back.
Wow.
Fighting one.
You sure people don't have to play the previous games in order to play this game?
Well, if they want to know the story-wise, this is a really good video to watch. I'm glad I watched it too.
Yeah.
Really good summary. It's really
like
informative. Movie.
Yeah, it's like a movie.
That's why.
They should make a movie of it.
Oh, they will, I hope. Oh, let's vote for the Diablo movie, guys. It's a really interesting story. And this lady, Lilith, and I still play the game because it didn't play much into the beta. There's actually hints that different demon lords were working against her because they were helping the humans work against her. So there's just not 2 sides, it's like 3 sides. The angels, Lilith, and also demon lord. She's on none of their side. She wants to side with the humans to fight against them, but the way she fights with humans is very bad, right?
Yeah.
The humans are corrupted by her.
Yeah.
The humans that try to eat you were her people.
Oh, yeah.
So she's not good. The angels can be good or bad.
Yeah.
The demons are definitely bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting, right?
Yeah.
So would you consider playing the game?
Well, I think it's too many characters.
Or just watching as a video after a game?
And I think some of the characters, they look pretty scary too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun though. I think I like the story.
I think I will still be a bit confused playing the game.
Oh, it's okay. I'll explain to you.
Yeah.
I'm really liking the story so far. So hopefully you guys enjoy the Let's Watch, and hopefully my explanations helps. And do apologize if I made any mistakes. I kind of went that's why I go, because I'm not really good with the lore. So I just want to help Yunie to understand. Okay, thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Wait, no, tell me again. I forgot the name again. So, what is the name of the angel god?
Anaris is one of the leader of the angels.
And then what's the name for the half human, half...
Nefarian.
They're like so similar, I can't tell the difference. I'm so bad with names, you know.
I know, I thought that was
I've
fun.
got so many characters, so many names, and some of the names are so similar. And the bad lady is Lilith, and then there was the niece. What's her name again?
Leah.
Yeah, so similar.
I didn't even notice that.
I can't.
Oh god.
That's why I got so confused.
Good that I explain to you every 2 minutes, right?
Exactly. Otherwise, I would be like, huh? Another character again, or is that the same character?
Ah, yeah, so clueless.
Yeah.
See, being a gamer makes you smart, guys. Yay. We smart. We take the law.
You guys just, there's just way too many names, and the names are too similar. Anyway.